What's up, guys? This is Clark Fahrenthold back with VegasOdds.com. Taking a look again at the Week 12 college football slate. And like I said last time, this is one of the most important weeks in college football. And I'm taking you out to one of the biggest, if not the biggest rivalry game in college football this season and all time between Michigan and Ohio State. Right now, the spread is set at 7.5. You can find it at 8.5 depending on your book. But for this game, I'm going to go ahead and go with Ohio State. I like Ohio State at minus 7.5. I'm going to walk you through my thinking, let you know why I think the Buckeyes cover this weekend. First off, probably one of the biggest things in my mind for this matchup, Ohio State and their history against the Wolverines at home, really talking recent history too. Ohio State has 9 wins against the Wolverines at home, 9 straight. That's very impressive. The margin of victory in those games that they've won is 14.9. So that'd be over the cover, double of what you're currently getting at minus 7.5. They've really handled the Wolverines well at home. I expect that trend to continue again. As well, if we look at the whole total of the Big 12 Ohio State has played this year, they've handled all of them incredibly well. If we look at it, Ohio State only has one Big 10 game that has been decided by 10 points or less. That was when they played Penn State and they took them down 33-24. That would still be covering the 7.5 spread here. And a big thing too with Ohio State is that, again, I am a believer in that talent rises to its level. It finds its mean. I think Ohio State has far too much offensive explosive ability and talent to let this game go the other way. I trust CJ Stroud. I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I love Ibuka. I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. These are playmakers all over the field. And I think they're going to be a little bit pissed off for how the game went last year when Michigan took them down to a lot of people's surprise. Now, on the other side, my biggest concern with Michigan and the reason I'm not going with them is I feel like the recipe for them to beat Ohio State, we saw it on display last season. They got to run, and control the clock. That is their game plan against Ohio State. And I would have more confidence if we did not have so many injuries in the backfield. Crom and Donovan Edwards are both currently dealing with injuries. I'm really skeptical of that as well. With Harbaugh, since he took over in 2015, it's not been great in games that they are viewed as an underdogs. Against the spread, they are 6-9, and straight up they're 3-12 as underdogs. I don't like those numbers. And he also has a history of kind of getting beat up and blown out by some of his rivals, and this would be one of the biggest games to have that happen. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think this is a game that's probably 10 to 12 points for an Ohio State win. But again, I like Ohio State at minus 7.5. They have history at winning at home. And I think for Michigan to win, they have to play a perfect game where they control clock and really could run things down the way they want. I don't think they're going to be able to do that against Ohio State this season. So Ohio State minus 7.5 in the hardest hitting, most hated, deep-rooted college football rivalry in all of the land. So for VegasOdds.com, I'm Clark Fahrenthold. Let's have a Saturday, folks.